Hey everybody, welcome to Juicy Talk, with your host Juicy Talk and
Juicy.
co-host Julius Hardy, better known as DJ Hardy. We got an exciting show for you tonight,
Yes,
as
yes, yes,
always.
yes. Excited.
Hey, what's happening? Happy Thursday!
Happy Thursday. Happy early Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, yes. So, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Did
Feeling
you
good.
watch the Super Bowl? I watched the Super Bowl. We both watched the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
what's
What you think about the Kendrick Lamar?
it was pretty decent.
I liked it. It
Pretty
had a
decent.
lot of hidden messages and a lot of things that, people really didn't discuss, but it was interesting. What up,
What's up,
Mr. Brooks in
Brooks?
the
Brooks is
building? Hello,
always in the
hello.
building.
Yes. Hey, Delta. Yes. So
Okay.
it's been a whole vibe,
Yeah, yeah, but
huh? Long week. Monday's President Day. I got a long weekend.
I know.
Glad about that. Hello, hello,
Hey.
hello. So, welcome to Juicy Talk. Happy early Valentine's Day. Um, it is not too late to go on the Juicy Talk cruise with us.
I know, right?
It's so many people
Let's
that are
go.
excited about going, and we're really, really excited too. And later on in the show, we're going to pull names for the person who is going to win the early
Absolutely. I'm
bird
excited.
prize.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to put all the names in a little hat, and we're going to figure out who we're going to pick for who's going to win the
Should I put a
basket,
t-shirt
the
on?
Valentine's Day basket. I mean,
That's,
you could have. You showing a little, you trying to be sexy.
yeah.
Hardy trying to be sexy for y'all ladies for the Valentine's Day. Yay.
I know, right? I should put a
Yeah, he
t-shirt on.
trying to
I
give
feel
it to
naked.
y'all.
I feel a little naked.
You feel a little naked?
A little naked.
You feel naked.
That's okay.
Well, this is the perfect, then you're ready for our show then.
Right, right. Exactly. Timing is everything,
Timing
right?
is everything. You're perfect. You're perfectly dressed for tonight's show.
Okay.
So we're gonna get straight into it.
All right.
Hey Val, what's up? So today is gonna be different. I am gonna ask that everyone watching, and I'm giving put I first before I get into that, because before I get into that, I want to put up the flyer for the Juicy Talk Cruise. I want people to see it. It is not too late. It is a lot of people going. And that's a lot of people still booking. We just had like 4 or 5
We got booked
people,
this
more
week.
people booked this week.
Yeah.
And we got about like people are calling me every day about the cruise. It's don't miss out on this great time. I
I know,
really,
right?
really want is if you
Some of my
are able to
classmates are
come.
going. My
Yes,
neighbors is
yeah,
going.
it's so many people coming,
Oh
right? It's
yeah.
so many people coming. So I really, 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 really want you to go if you can. If you can go, go, because it's going to be a whole thing, a whole
Yeah.
vibe, and I want you guys to go. Okay, so just want to say Eastern Caribbean Cruise, MSC, Seashore Boat, call Elite Cruise Advisor 216-352-1177. It's just $100 down, and you have until May 1st to make your final
Okay.
payment. Like
The
for
balance will
if
be
you go,
four.
it's 2 people, per room. So if you go and you bring your significant other or your home girl, your homeboy, you're talking about in an interior room, 471 after you pay your deposit.
That's
Drinks included, everything included, and we're going to be on a boat kicking it, having an amazing time. We got a hotel package, so I'm gonna put all that stuff out. I don't want to release that information until February 28th. We're gonna have a party while we're down there.
oh,
We're
absolutely.
gonna and while we're in Orlando, we're having a whole party. So I really want you guys to come enjoy that with us. It's gonna be a whole vibe. I'm
I know,
super
and we're
excited
celebrating my
about it.
birthday, so
Yes, and we're
happy about that.
definitely celebrating Hardy's
Birthday,
birthday.
birthday.
A milestone birthday for
I know,
Hardy.
right?
Hardy, you want to tell them how old you're gonna be?
Ah, yeah. I'm not ashamed of my age.
I
I'm
know that's right. You
60.
shouldn't be. He's
60,
gonna be turning
60 years
60
old.
this year. He look good for 60, don't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Turn me up a little bit.
Oh, I'll turn you up.
Turn me up.
Hardy can't hear. He's deaf. I'm just joking.
Oh,
Oh,
so-
yes, I will definitely. We're going to make sure that you get the info.
all right.
Excellent. Delta, can't wait for you guys to. I know you said you're coming on a cruise. Can't wait to meet you in person. It's going to be a great vibe. Really, really excited. So, today's show,
Today's show.
I'm going to get right into it. Okay.
You think people are ready for this?
I don't know, but I hope they are.
Ready
I
or
hope they
not?
are. I hope they are. I really do. I think that today's show, and I'm looking down for a minute, guys, because I want to pull up something. But today's show, I'm asking for everyone to be open minded. I want everyone to be open minded. I want you to look at things differently. We're going to ask you some questions, and I want this to be a show of really self reflection and really asking yourself, just being open minded about the subject, right?
Mhm.
Because we've talked about this subject before, but it's always been from like really the male's perspective. And so even though we're talking to both men and women, I really am asking that women really think, just
Outside the box a little bit?
think outside the box, but really more than even that, just come to this conversation with an open mind this
Okay,
time, right?
okay.
Because we are so set in our ways, just all of us as individuals, as people. It's so easy, but I want us to have an open mind when we have this conversation,
Absolutely.
right? I want us to have an open mind.
I always have an
Okay.
open mind.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Do you really? Who said? So
Not funny.
I want no for real. I want us to
Okay.
I want us to have an open mind because this conversation, and I'm pulling up some stuff for you right now, but we're going to watch. Okay, so first I got to tell you where this came from.
Yeah.
This conversation came from this show that I watch on TV, right? It's called Harlem. Okay. And I'm going to show you a little clip from the show so you kind of know where this conversation came from. And then I'm going to tell you why I decided to bring it to you guys tonight to see what you guys think about it, because I found it to be it was just something. It was different. So I want us to examine it. I want you guys to think about it, and we'll go from there. All right? Run that clip.
Yo, what up, Sabrina? My flight leaves in a couple hours. I'll see you soon. I love you.
Seth? Who's Sabrina?
Sabrina's my partner.
What the fuck? Oh my god, of course you're married. I should have fucking known that you were too good to be.
Wayne, calm down. I'm not married.
Don't try that technicality shit with me. Oh no, I've heard it all before. No. I'm not married, but he had a living girlfriend for years. Oh no, we're not sleeping together because that nigga's eyes were open when he was fucking. Oh no, I'm not cheating because it was only oral and only she came. I mean, does New York have just one fucking honest guy?
I'm seeing someone else, yes. And to be honest, I thought you were seeing other people too. The first night we met, you said you want to have fun, but no labels, no pretenses, no strings attached.
Yes, but...
And I told you that was perfect for me. Because I'm ethically non-monogamous. You said that was cool.
That was 5 months ago, Seth, and we were having some kind of sexy one-night stand. But now things are different. Unless I am the only one here with real feelings.
You're not the only one.
Oh, Quinn, girl. Why do you keep doing this to yourself?
Look, I just have the capacity to love more than one person at the same time. That's how I'm wired. Monogamy just doesn't work for me.
Monogamy is a choice, Seth.
Is it? You're not limited to one close friendship, right?
No.
Because we have different friends that fulfill different needs, and nobody thinks you're crazy for maintaining more than one friendship at once. Why is romance the exception?
Because it is. For me. Especially after I've fallen in love. I cannot wrap my mind around signing up to be cheated on.
It's not cheating. That's the ethical part about it. But seriously, I wasn't trying to hide anything. I don't want to hide anything from you. And these aren't just random hookups I'm talking about. You can always know who I'm with, what role they play in my life. I love you, Quinn. And that shit is so real. Please don't let this change anything.
Seth, I want kids. I want a family. I want to build a life with somebody.
I want the same things, and I want them with you. Quinn, I want you to be my primary partner. Look, we'll have a great life together. Our kids will be raised in a happy, healthy, and stable home. You'll be fully supported financially, emotionally. Quinn, I could give you everything you want if you just let me.
I ain't a saint or nothing, but too many niggas wanna take me down. Can't count on my hands, I gotta double up.
Accept monogamy.
Another one for the count.
That's pretty deep.
It was pretty deep.
Wow.
It was pretty deep.
He said, I cannot be. He said, how did he say that? He said, I got to be able to love two people.
So no. So basically, what he was saying is that his point was it's unrealistic to expect one person to meet all your needs, right? And just like as a person, a lot of times you may have different friendships that you may have also different, have the desire to have different partnerships because you get different things from different people, right? So I want to first bring up, because the question that I'm asking tonight is, are you non-monogamous, right? And so it's some questions that I want, as you're looking in the chat, you're listening along with us. I want you to ask yourself these questions, and I'm gonna read them off to you, and so you can ask yourself the questions, and then after you ask yourself the questions, if you feel comfortable, I want you to put in the chat yes or no, or put NM or just M. M for monogamous and NM for non-monogamous, right? And we're going to have this conversation, but I want you to hold that off until the end. But first, we're going to bring up the definitions of monogamous. Okay. So bring it up. Monogamy, the practice or state of having one partner at a time. Okay. So I want to make sure that we are clear on what these definitions are. Non-monogamy. In this comment, non-monogamy, a relationship structure where one or more partners are not sexually or romantically exclusive to each other. Okay, that's important. All right, next. So what we're talking about, and you heard him say it in the clip, is non-ethical monogamy, right? And it's a consensually agreeing to have multiple romantic or sexual relationships with other people with full knowledge and consent, and prioritizing open communication with all partners. That means honesty. Everybody involved knows about everybody. Right. Everybody is consenting together. Everybody is creating the rules of engagement together mutually, and it's not one-sided. So it doesn't favor a man and it doesn't favor a woman. It's something that collectively the group decides on what they're doing, right? So I just want to say that's what ethical, and it's like that's what ethical non-monogamy is. So, questions, ladies and gents, have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like you were stressed out,
Okay.
overwhelmed, or burdened by that relationship?
Yes.
have to say yes to. In your relationship, that's question 1. In your relationship, or have you ever been in a relationship with someone and felt like your sexual desires were not fulfilled? Okay. Have you ever, in the course of a relationship, felt the desire to have another partner in that relationship? Like,
Same
you in a
time?
relationship, huh?
At the same time?
Not at the same
Oh,
time, Hardy.
okay.
Nasty ass.
That's for another show.
Not, no, Hardy.
Oh, my bad.
I'm talking about, have you ever wanted, or ladies, have you ever felt a close, intimate bond with somebody that was not your partner that you fantasize or desire to be with sexually?
Wow.
Okay. Have you ever? So those are the questions I want you to ask yourself. Have you ever been in a relationship and felt like your partner didn't understand you, or you had bad communication, and you felt like you wish you had somebody else that understood you in a different way?
I have.
You have?
What about you?
I have.
Oh, okay.
I have.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say.
I'm trying to be
This is-
transparent. I'm trying to keep it 100.
Okay. So, those are the questions I want you to ask yourself. Okay? And it's so many more. How do you deal with jealousy? I want to ask yourself, have you ever felt jealous in a monogamous relationship? Right? All right. So, those are the questions I want you to ask yourself. And we're going to get to them and we're going to answer those questions. But I want to say that I found it to be really interesting, right? This whole conversation, because he said some things that in this clip when I was watching the show, and if you haven't checked out the show Harlem, it's really it's on Prime. It's a really good show, right? And it follows these 4 women in different aspects of their life, right? So, what was really interesting to me about the show is that this lady, I'm gonna just give you the scenario because this was like a little clip, but I'm gonna give you the whole scenario. She met this man. He had money, influence, and everything that she could want. She felt fulfilled emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. She felt connected to him, right? And so he has swept her off her feet. He was taking her around the world. He was introducing her to people. He helped grow her business. Like they had like this amazing relationship, right? And when they first met, he did identify that he was non-monogamous, and she said she was too. But they spent a lot of time together, and so she's like caught up. She in love with this man. And he gets this phone call. They in the middle of the night. They laying in the bed together. He gets this phone call from this other girl, and he takes it and he like, "Hey, what's up?" He like, "Yeah, oh baby, I love you. Y'all heard it. And I'll talk to you later." So she like, "Who the fuck is this chick?" So then he explaining it to her like, "No, I'm not married or nothing like that, but we already discussed this." Right? And she like, "What the heck? Like, I'm in love now. Things done changed. I done pictured myself with you. I don't want to have I want to have your babies now. Like, I'm happy." And this part wasn't on there, but in that course, they talked about the situation. He was like, I want you to be my primary partner, and then you being my primary partner, this is what it would look like. We can have kids. The kids will grow up in a loving, caring, 2-parent household with parents that love them. You know, my other partner his job caused him to be away for months at a time. He was like, she could come meet me at hotels and different places, but you'll be at home with the kids. And and you have your own business and your own job, and I don't want to put that on you. And, so they were just having this conversation, and he was like, and if you wanted to be with somebody else too, you can be as well, just long as we are all in agreement and everybody know about it. And, we just be transparent about it. He was like, but she was like, well, how do I know that you're committed to me, that you're not just going to go off and be with somebody else? He like, I want you to know that I'm so committed that this $8 million condo we in right now, I'm about to put your name on it by yourself. That way, if you ever decide to walk away, you straight. So, I mean, that's not a typical situation. That's fantasy land. But I'm just saying in general. So my last question that I would want you guys to ask yourself when asking the question of being monogamous or non-monogamous, and this is just a conversation, right? A hypothetical. When you think about it, right? I want you to think about this perspective. If you had a man that met all your needs spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, you felt love, you felt supported, you trust them, you could be vulnerable, you felt safe, he was mindful of your feelings and your emotions and the things that you needed. Do you have the capability but the only thing is he wanted another partner. Or if you had a woman who met all your needs and the only thing that she wanted was another partner. Everything else that she do is amazing and perfect. Would you be okay with that?
So, like, if I'm like dating someone, right? You're saying if I'm dating somebody,
This is somebody that you could potentially be dating, yes.
And then
married to.
So she want to see another guy. That's what you're saying.
Potentially. So, I mean, because the thing is about an ethical, consensual, non-monogamy relationship, it is not centered around the man. It is about, it could be two homegirls, right? Mm-hmm. Two homegirls, they both are heterosexual, right? And they decide that, we don't want the traditional type of relationship that we used to, right? Like, we done dated guys, we done been in relationships, we done been in love, we done had kids. But now, we don't want we tired of, the relationships of the past. I know. I mean, because this is I'm not saying that this is for everybody, but I'm not even saying that it's for me. I want to have the conversation, right? And I feel like we always say no off rip, but let's think about it for a minute. And then I want you to think about your reason why you're saying no. The lady's going off in the chat, but wait a minute. So my question is, yes, I agree. Okay, so you're in this situation. Hold up on the comments. So you're in this situation, right? And this guy, like I said, he's meeting all your needs. He's giving everything you want. You're completely madly in love with him. These two women, they like, hey, we done been here, we done had in relationships. We're gonna pick a guy. We're already friends. We're cool. You're my buddy. You're my homie. We're gonna pick a guy, and he's gonna become our partner. I'm gonna have a relationship with him. You're gonna have a relationship with him that's separate. And then guess what? If he don't do right, we'll replace him. But me and you, we solid. We gonna stay friends. We gonna stay homegirls. But we're gonna choose to be with the partner that gives us everything that we need. And then the other things, we're gonna get fulfillment other places. I'm just thinking, like, we always think of this conversation from the man's perspective. But what if we took the power away from the man of, yes, he gets to have two partners, but two women decide. And that way, if he cheat, he step outside the partnership, the consensual relationship that you both have separate relationships with him, and he step outside of that, then he get replaced. Y'all don't replace each other. Y'all not catty with one another. Y'all just replace him.
Mm. So that means they have to get to know that person all over.
Yes,
again.
I'm just
you
saying
gotta-
they would have to get to know another person.
Like an interview process.
I mean, yes. I mean, for the most part, you
Yeah.
probably would have to go on I'm just assuming that you would have to go on a dating interview type process to see if this
Well, how
one
you feel
person worked
about
for
this?
you.
How you feel? Yeah.
Yeah, how you feel about this person, if the relationship is worth it. I mean, it would be something that you would have to do. But
Wait.
I'm just saying, we always have this perception of the man is getting what he wants. But what if, as a woman, you set the rules up and you decided because, like, I'm gonna just say, like, a lot of what are you giving me that look for?
I'm just waiting for this.
I'm just
Wait to
saying.
hear what you got to say.
No, I'm just saying, hypothetically,
I'm
it's a
listening.
lot of women. People don't like this conversation, but it's a lot of women
Uh-oh.
who go ahead, put the comments up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put them up. Go ahead. No. I'm old school. Hell no. Okay. I want to know why. I want to know why you say it won't work. I just want to know why. This is just a conversation. I want to know why. Not if the parties are not sleeping with anybody else. You set it up how you want it. So if you have two women who have a relationship with one man, or two men that have a relationship with one woman, and those relationships are separate. Sharia said, not in this life or the second. And this is a hypothetical question because this is not for everybody. But people are living these lives. And I think that a lot of times we're not thinking about the fact that there are people that's living this lifestyle.
See, this might be really good for people that may be like 50 and over.
That's why I'm bringing it to the crew. Because a lot of the people in our podcast are 40 and over. I mean, that watch are like, I would say maybe 35 and over, right? Okay. So a lot of people that watch are, and they've been married. They've had relationships. They've been in those type of relationships where it was one man, one woman, and they didn't work, and it didn't work for them. And then we have other people who are in relationships where they are fake in a monogamous relationship with a person because that person can't, they rather be lied to, but your man got somebody else. He got several women. And I'm not condoning that because this is not based on cheating. This is based on being honest. Right. But it's so many men, it's so many women who are unable to live their truth and really be who they really are because of the fact that they can't be honest. Like, yo, you don't meet all my needs. And I don't really want to lay next to a man every night. I really just want you to come through. We kick it. We have a good time. You come for the weekend and then you go home for whatever reason. Maybe they don't want to blend households. Maybe they both have children. They don't want to blend no household. He stay over there. She stay over here. But then, and we get together. And then maybe sometimes, he needs his needs met all the time, but I don't want to. So
plan B.
Go over your other girl house. Frida said, why do you say that it's not caring? Because and if you say that, then I would say, why is it that last week on last week's show we talked about the majority of women on here said that they have had relationships with men that they were cheating on and they stayed so many times. So what would you rather? So this is the part that is always mind-boggling to me is that we say, no, I don't want to share. No, I don't want to share. And I get it, right? But everybody's still sharing.
I know. That's true.
Everybody is still sharing. And
And some
that's
people-
how diseases happen because you're not being honest about your sexual partners. We saying that. And I feel you. But why not be honest? Okay, let's say it is the male friends that women have, right? Why not be honest? Why people lying about it?
Right, because people don't
Tell
want
the truth.
Yeah.
That's not a swinger's lifestyle.
No.
A swinger's lifestyle is completely and totally different because a swinger's lifestyle, they can sleep with whatever and they don't have to tell their partner. And a lot of times they sleeping with both sex. Like, so men and men, women and women, women and men, and everybody sleeping together.
cats.
And they all switching. I wouldn't say that part. That's a whole nother show.
Oh yeah, my bad.
But that is not a swinger's lifestyle. That is not the same. Nope, not the same. I'm single and stand. If you're single and stand to myself, then you're not interested in having a partnership with a male anymore because that's an option too. Because I know a lot of women that's just like, I've been there, done that, and I'm tired. Yeah, so you stay because he promised not to cheat again, right? But he knew, and you probably knew as well, deep down in your mind that he would. And rather than, so my question is, rather than him be with that one person, right? That you could, that you already found out about, that you already knew.
So,
and I'm gonna just say this: when it comes to, I do want to say this though, in a consensual, ethical, non-monogamous relationship, him cheating, you finding out and then accepting it is not how that goes. That's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's. That's cheating. That's still cheating. In an ethical non-monogamous relationship, this is all laid out on the line before anybody does anything. So this is a conversation that's had in advance, right, not after you done already slept with the neighbor.
So basically, like, are you saying like, let's say I was seeing
and this is from my research that I've done, so not personally, but just.
So basically, like,
reading.
So basically, like, I could be dating a young lady named, let's say we call her Betty. Nah, I don't like Betty.
A, just woman A, woman B.
Okay, yeah. Let's say Joy. Okay.
Why she gotta have a name?
Okay.
Woman A, woman B.
Okay. So you're saying to me, I would go out with A, and then at some point, I would bring B into the relationship and introduce them to?
No. What I'm saying is, you, as Hardy, right, would say, hey, when you meet Lady A, hey, I am Hardy and I am a non-monogamous male. Like, what I'm looking for in a relationship is more than one partner. Right. And I want to be sexually fluid, which means that I'm looking for two partners. I agree with you, Kim. She said, if you know they're cheating and you stay, might as well put it all out there. I'm just saying, I'm saying, why even go through that phase of cheating? But I'm gonna hold off on that. But I'm gonna just say this. You would say to partner A, hey, this is how I live my life. This is my lifestyle. I'm non-monogamous. So that means that I have multiple sex partners. And you won't be my only one. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to sleep with 50 people or 100 women. I'm just out here randomly knocking off people. No, I'm in a committed relationship I will be in a committed relationship with you first because you met woman A first. We're in a committed relationship. And then, but I'm telling you that non-monogamy is how I want to live. So when B comes into the picture, if you find a B and she's like, oh, I live woman B.
I
I'm
know.
just you, and she's like, "Oh, I'm non-monogamous too. This is I like that lifestyle. Like that's how I live as well, right?" Then she would come in and she would say, and then y'all would sit down, y'all would get y'all rules of engagement together. It's only messy when people lie. What's messy is when people lie about their lifestyle.
Gotcha.
What's messy is him sleeping with 4 and 5 different women and you don't know about it and you calling his phone and he ain't answering because he out on a date with Sue. Sue the new boo. You know what I'm saying?
He's
And
interviewing.
I'm not,
He's interviewing the new boo.
yeah, and I'm saying, and I mean, and
Just
you absolutely right because if monogamy is for you, then you float on. And I'm not saying be yay or nay. I'm playing the devil's advocate of the other perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying in general, like I always ask this question is why is it so many people? Why is it okay for him to cheat on you when you stay?
no one that he cheated.
Knowing that he's cheating on you. You didn't call him multiple times and you stay, right? Because to me, those type of men, they're just cheaters. It don't matter what you do. You can give him what he want, he's still gonna cheat. I'm not talking about that type of brother. Because that type of brother, he gonna cheat whether you give him permission or not, he just gonna do it. Right? That's not who I'm talking about. That is a person who he's not ethical. He doesn't have
No
the ability
morals.
to be ethical.
morals.
He wants to sneak. That's the fun for him. I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about the person who doesn't like drama, who doesn't just has a capacity to love more than one person, the man or the woman who has the capacity to be honest, open, forthcoming, straightforward,
Then they
and
would say,
are being
I want you to meet
honest.
the other person I'm cheating you with. Would you tell? That's how,
I mean, you already messed up when you said cheating because
I'm not cheating.
you done did something with outside of like you did it without letting me know in advance. Anytime a person, let me go back. Anytime a person does not give you the opportunity to make a decision for yourself, whether you want to engage or not engage,
You're right.
it is cheating.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
That's not what we're talking
Right,
about.
right. I know.
We're talking about
Knowingly.
a person who's saying, hey, I practice non monogamy and I'm looking for 2 girlfriends. I like you and would like you to be one. Is this something that you will want to be a part of? If this is a lifestyle that you can live, this is the rules that we would come up with. What are your deal breakers? What is it that you don't want? What is it that you do want? What is it that you're okay with? What is it that you're not okay with? Because let's be honest, there are men, if we're being truthful, who have had a wife for how many 20 something years
On the
and
other
had
side
the
of town.
mistress, had the same mistress for 16, 17. And guess what? They know about each other. They know about each other. They know that they both exist and they just don't talk about it, but it's been happening. You not in charge. I'm not in charge. God is. And if he wants me to finally meet my person, I will. No, in the meantime, Instacart, DoorDash, and movie sounds good.
Correct.
I don't know what the correct was for. It's not okay, and the second time was done. If you don't sign up for it, it's not okay. I agree. And they're going to lie because they want their cake and eat it too. Do they? So men and women both lie in these situations. But my question is, are they lying because they don't have they don't have the safety to tell the truth? Like if he came to you and said, "Listen, I work with this girl. I really like her.
Like
She's an amazing person." I'm just putting it. I'm
like
just
an office
giving you
wife.
a hypothetical.
Like an office
I
wife.
met this girl. She's amazing. Like we really vibe. I don't know. I feel a strong connection with her. I'm like really falling for it. We'd have been talking on
Uh-oh.
the phone or whatever. And I just want to, I don't want to do anything wrong. I want to know if this is something like I told you when we first met that I want to practice non-monogamy. Are you okay if I bring her, if we all go out to dinner, if we all sit down and we have a conversation and talk? She knows about you. She knows that you're my partner and we're
That
together and
works.
we've been together for such and such years. What do you feel about that? And it goes both ways. If a woman was like, listen, baby, I love you, but you know that things have changed. I require a more intimate man. You're not really into the emotional aspect of who you are as a man. And let's just say these relationships don't all have to be sexual. Like you
Mm-hmm.
set up the rules like you want. It could be you have one sexual partner that's your primary sexual partner, and that's the only person that you're with, but you have other male relationships that you go out on dates with, you hang out with, you travel with, whatever. Or you do, that are not sexual. So, my thing is if she came to you and she was like, "Listen, I had this guy and like we just really vibe, and I really enjoy his company. And I told you I wasn't, I was into non-monogamy and that's my thing. And like I want you to meet him and see if y'all can get along. You know,
Mm.
this is something that goes both ways. It's not one-sided, I want to say. It say, are we going to include children? Do the multiple partners equate to having children with different partners? So you set that up how you want.
Right.
I from when I was doing the research and I was watching the videos on YouTube that people who really live this lifestyle, one of the things that um one of the people who was practicing this, um her so the way that their situation was set up is that him and her, who were primary partners, they had children together, right? The secondary partner, it was a couple different ones. So I'm gonna give you two examples. It was a partner A and partner B, a male, two women. Both women had children. They both lived in like a state over from each other. Another one, um, only the primary part, a man who was with two women. She had children with her primary partner, and he did not have any children with the other partner. She did not want children. That wasn't part of her lifestyle. She was a traveling nurse, so she would I know that's so cliche, right? But she was a traveling nurse, so she wasn't around that much. So they had
It
their
worked out.
yeah, they
It
had
worked
their
out.
relationship where they were together, and him and his wife who had been together for years. And when the traveling nurse would come into town or when she would come back to her home city, they would be together. They would spend time. He would spend the night until, or whatever. And sometimes they would all go out to dinner together, and then, you know, he would go on. And the wife, and I'm gonna just say culturally, I just want to say that we have this idea, right, that this is an Americanized culture. Monogamy is solely based in American culture, if you're being honest. It's not something that's practiced other than I think penguins and geese. Geese have one partner for life in nature naturally, and tribally, if we were in our tribes, like how if we weren't brought here from another country or whatever you want to say, or if we did not lose our history, this is, and even when you go to different places in Africa, this is what they practice tribally. There is not, the women sleep with who they want to sleep with, and when they are interested in men, they sleep with them. They If they get pregnant, they have a baby, and they don't care about who belongs to who. As far as children, because it's all the men in the village are the fathers of the children. And that's culturally how it was. This is a Western mindset.
Well,
It just is. I mean, if you go to other countries, that's what they practice.
the other part would be like adultery, I guess. But again, it's like
Start off good, then the females will catch feelings. I do think that only time I think that it's I from what I gathered from watching, I think that it's women who could live this lifestyle. I think that and when the women were being interviewed, people are only monogamous with people. Nothing else in life requires monogamy, and that is so true. I agree with you 100%. So when I was watching, the videos of the people who practice this lifestyle, right? What I found was that the women were very close. Like they were homegirls, like they hung out, they had fun together. A lot of times they got a lot of the emotional support that they needed from one another. I mean, naturally, it's like that even in our communities today. Like, you know, women, we look to one another to comfort when we go through things, to help us out. We lean and depend on our homegirls, our girlfriends. Like that's my homie, girl. I need this, girl. We vent, we talk to, we debrief. You know, not meant. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's and I'm not saying because polygamy is a little different than what I'm talking about, but it does kind of fall in the category somewhat. But I think that a lot of times women are more close with one another. Like we depend on our homegirls and more than we do on our partners in some cases. The relationship that you have with your best friends or your buddies are sometimes more fulfilling emotionally than the relationship that you have with your partner. And a lot of times people really what they get from their mates is when it comes to women, and y'all stop me if I'm wrong, because maybe this is just my experience, but I mean, I was married and my homegirls was my people that I vented to, that I share my most vulnerable moments with or my deepest fears with because they were the ones who wanted to listen. My mate, I mean, even though I'm sure I know he loved me and cared for me, it just wasn't his thing. I mean, part of this scenario, and I guess it just depends on who wants what. Europe doesn't either. In a country, a male can marry up to 4 wives. I'm just saying. And a lot of times, so Sarada, in your country where men can marry up to 4 wives, how is the relationship between the women?
probably good.
I'm just curious.
I bet it's pretty good.
Do they get along?
I would think they would.
I mean, tribally, the women all was together. They took care of the kids together. What's up, Bocat?
Hey, Bo Cat.
They all the women took care of themselves together. They took care of the kids. They raised them. The men was out governing the men, governing the men together. And I'm just saying, like, I do want to say this though. One of the things that I found that was really interesting when I was, doing my research on this topic is that a lot of the men who allow their woman to have another partner, they were very much emotionally in tune to themselves. They talked about feeling jealousy sometimes. And I'm gonna tell you this. I also respect those men who allow the woman to have her part. She said some of them got along, but I believe that hate and jealousy is always there. I don't know if hate and you think that's so.
Um,
What do you think that is about? The hate and jealousy.
I guess the sharing of the time. Do you put everybody on the schedule? Like Monday and Tuesday, I see her, or Monday, Wednesday is your day. Maybe she want maybe she want more days. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's something that y'all would discuss and talk about, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I thought was interesting is the monogamy is a personal preference. It is. You have to be very secure with yourself and willing to accept the consequences that arise from this type of relationship. I absolutely agree. This is not for the weak.
Yeah.
It's not. I feel like that's one of the things that a lot of people were saying that this was not a relationship that was for the weak. This was okay. Put the number up. Um, she's gonna put the number up. Go ahead. We're gonna start taking calls, but
I don't know what
oh,
to
they
say.
can hear you. You gotta pull your mic closer.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't think my
Yeah.
mic was on. That's good.
I wonder what that's about. Let me adjust this mic. Yeah, it's loud on my
Oh,
side.
I can barely hear mine.
You can barely hear?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to turn. I got your
Oh,
mic.
there we go. There we go.
Can you hear better now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't wait to hear this call, man.
I'm loud anyway, so
Yeah,
that's why I'm so loud, y'all.
Yeah. What a woman wants.
I came from a. That's gonna be the theme song for the show.
I know, right?
What a girl wants, what a girl needs.
All right, my bad.
All right,
Get a little
call
caught
it.
up
But yeah,
sometimes.
no, but I do. I feel like a lot of times, much
you.
better. Okay,
Thank
cool. I think a lot of times it's not for people who are weak. You have to have an introvert, introvert and an extrovert woman to have that type of
I
relationship.
know, right? Oh, here we go.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hello, let me see. Welcome to Juicy Talk. What
Hello?
up? Hello, hello. Welcome to Juicy Talk. Can you give your name?
Sarata.
Hi, Sarata. How are you today?
I'm good.
Where you
That's good. Let
calling
me get
from?
some of this
You know, I
milk.
love watching you guys.
Oh,
Thank you. I'm glad you love watching us.
where you calling from?
Yeah.
Where are you calling?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh,
Okay, and your age?
I'm about to be 33, February 28th.
All right. Happy early birthday.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you said where you mentioned your country. So where are you from originally?
Guinea.
You're from
I'm from
Guinea.
Guinea, West Africa.
Guinea,
okay.
West Africa. Okay.
Nice.
And so
Mhm.
explain, you said that polygamy was the worst experience ever.
Absolutely. So in my country, it's like 99% Muslim. And in the Muslim, religion, a man can marry up to 4 wives. But there is a way to do it, and there is how to do it. Supposedly, it's supposed to be equal within all your wives. To be honest, I don't even feel like you can love your kids exactly equal at the same time, correct?
Right.
I don't know about
So
that.
I think that is, when I say at the same time, there's days where you feel like you're more attachedly in love with this person than this person. To me, it's just like it's impossible to love somebody the same exact way equally. I may be wrong, but I don't think the heart is built that way. Because when you're in an argument with this person today, then that, is not the same feeling that you have every day.
But that's also in a monogamous relationship as well, if you think about it. Like, you don't always feel in love with your partner. I think for me, I just feel like my opinion on love is that love is an emotion. So, like all emotions, they're up and down and all over the place. Emotions in general are they fluctuate and they're unstable. So that I think that when it comes to if you're basing any decisions off of emotions, when it comes to love, it's gonna always be all over the place.
Yeah, but what's said is that you're supposed to be equal. So if you give 2 packs of sugar to this person, you got to give 2 packs of sugar to this person. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times, we women can be very manipulative. Very bad. He doesn't have the 4 packs of sugar, you know? And then you know how to get him to give you your 2 packs of sugar. So if you only have 2 packs and he gives it to you and he leaves out the other 2 packs of little sugar, they call that a sin.
Oh.
So it's like the selfishness. You have to have
That's
people involved who are
exactly. And a
not
lot of men,
selfish.
exactly. And a lot of men are not equal. I mean, they're not even equal in a regular relationship.
Well, we're
You
not
know,
even.
sidekicks.
We're not equal in friendships. You have friends that you like more
Exactly.
than others.
Exactly. So that's why I believe that it's impossible to do the polygamy way, the way it's written to them in the Quran.
Wow, interesting.
But they do use it as an excuse to eat their cake too. And then you have women competing against each other to gain your love.
So do you think that in that dynamic, because that is a lot of people's experience when it comes to polygamy. So let me ask you this question that I posed at the beginning of the show, right? If you had 2 women, they friends, right? And you best friends. Let's just say you and your best friend, right? Y'all are buddies. This is your homegirl. Y'all have been tried and true. You trust her completely and totally, right? She's single, you single, right? And y'all both meet this guy. And you think this guy is amazing. And y'all both like this guy equally, right? And he's attracted to both of y'all as well. And you guys made the decision to say, hey, we're both going to be with this guy. Now, because you're already friends with her, because you already have a relationship with her and you cool with her, do you think that that could work?
I don't think so.
Do you think that you would
Because,
instantly, like, it'll be jealousy instantly?
well, somebody's going to have to make a choice. But then again, people agree. If it's an agreement, that's something different.
Yeah.
That's something different. But at the same time, you're going to know there is going to be a day. When you love somebody 100% with all your heart, when you see them with somebody else, that jealousy is going to be there. It's a human nature.
Yeah. But it's like, how do you deal with that jealousy?
So,
how you deal with that jealousy is what.
I mean, that's where a lot of women, like I would say in my country, they're bitter. Because they're, first of all, they're jealous and they can't show it because when you show jealousy, it shows a sign of weakness.
And you signed up for this.
It shows so it's looked in your country.
You signed up for this.
So in your country, it's looked at as a sign of weakness.
It's a sign of weakness. They will say, "Oh, you basically let another woman take your husband," or they would say, "You don't believe in your religion because that's what your religion says." So it's a lot of like they can manipulate you in so many ways, you know. And then now you feel like you're doing like a tug of war with this man because you want to be his favorite or you want to be his family favorite. Like it's like recruiting teams. Like who got more people on their team?
Yeah, and I do think that is a huge problem when it comes to polygamy where the man gets to choose the woman. Do you know, like instead of the woman getting to choose if she's okay with it or not. And so let me ask you this. In Muslim culture, if does the husband have to tell the wife that he wants to bring in another wife?
Supposedly, but they don't. They will go and marry, and they will come and say, they'll bring people or something and say, okay, with all due respect, I got somebody, and that this is not your sister.
Wow.
And you are automatically supposed to agree to that because again, it say that it's your religion.
So this guy that you're
Yeah.
the husband, he's financially he's able financially to support all 4 wives, and or does he expect?
Well, my situation was that's a long story.
Oh,
So you were in a so for the people that don't know, you were in a polygamy marriage.
Well, I found myself there. I was here, then all of a sudden I just found that my husband married somebody else back in Africa.
oh, wow.
My ex-husband, yeah. So I had a choice. I mean, I'm so grateful for my family who is not like forceful and say that they will like disown you if you leave or like have that pressure on me. They like let me take my own decision. And I took my decision based off of a lot of things.
I'm sure.
So you decided
Yeah,
to end that relationship.
You like I'm next to that.
Absolutely.
How long did you stay, if
Absolutely.
you don't mind
And
me?
the problem, huh?
I was gonna say, how long did you stay in the marriage before you decided to leave?
Roughly about a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
Roughly
Yeah.
a year and a half.
So
Wow.
it's not like I didn't try.
Oh.
And the problem is the bigger picture that a lot of people miss is that you grow up being bitter because you're not really happy internally, you know? And what I've seen, my grandfather has 4 wives on my dad's side.
You said your
So
grandfather
my
has.
dad come from, he had 4 wives.
Okay.
In total of 6, honestly, because when one person died, he like basically replaced them. And a lot of time in my culture also is like if your cousin passed away or something and they want to keep that woman in the family so that woman don't go out of the family with the kids, they will basically give that woman to the older cousin to say like you have to pray in that person's name.
And basically you gotta marry that other woman.
Wow.
Exactly. So some of the wives from my grandfather was like given to him. But in my father's family side, they're very much like equal. They love each other and stuff. But in other families, what the problem is, the kids start like having this competition against each other because you want your kids to be the top number 1. You know what I'm saying? And then the other wife wants their kids to be number 1. So it causes that kind of
dysfunction.
Exactly between the kids, you know? And then now you have these kids that are growing up, they're gonna have hate for their step person, step sister or step brother. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that love can never really be there. And then you have, say for example, like I'm a very nice person. You know me, you've been around me and my family for many years. And my case was that I'm too nice to be in that. I don't do no shady stuff. And then you get another woman that's recruited on your team and you don't really know how shady she can be. She can show you anything that you want, that she wants to show, but deep down inside of her, you don't know what's in there.
That's true.
We have heard of stories where like the co-wife will kill the other co-wife's son or daughter, or they will wish bad on them.
Wow.
That jealousy can run real deep.
Jealousy can make you do a lot of things. And the thing is, now you got to look into that. It's not just me and this man. You got to think of my future kids.
That's deep. Thank you so much for calling, Sarada. That was like really that was really informative. I thank you for your transparency and for calling in, and thank you for watching Juicy Talk.
Yeah, appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Wow.
Learned something new, huh?
Someone said that was good information. Like, she done schooled me to some stuff. She got me over here thinking like, dang, that's deep. You know, he didn't meet all my needs because one of the needs is to be in a monogamous relationship. So the answer is a resounding no.
Sounding, she said, sounding.
Ah,
though.
resounding. The fulfilling most men fantasy to have. That's fulfilling most men fantasy to have two women. So it's a win for him. Why would he step out? But is it a woman's desire to have two men? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Possible. I'm sure
I
there's some
mean,
women out
it
here
is
with
possible.
there's some women out here.
I
women
mean,
out
I've
here-
heard women say that it takes 4 men to build one. I feel if your partner has no problem sharing you with another person, then they have become emotionally detached from you. And eventually their desires and curiosities will outweigh the relationship because you no longer have a foundation to support the relationship. I feel like it's a lot of people who don't have the ability to should never be in relationships. It's people who should just not be in
Right,
relationships.
be single the rest of
They
their life.
should just be single and they should just not date. Say, let's be real, most men are not going to want to share their woman with another man. Most men cannot handle that. It's an ego thing. I feel like you are right. It's a lot of men that will not just because they don't have to. They won't do it because they don't have to. Men want multiple women only for sex. And you're probably right. But I would say that some women want multiple men for maybe the same thing. Or if it's not sex, maybe it's for like you can have different relationships that do different things for you. Because I don't think they all have to be sexual. Like I think some men just have a problem with women having male friends. So in the ethical relationship that I was researching about, the one thing that they did is they monthly. So first of all, they were only sleeping with each other, but those three people were only with each other. But what they were doing was they were going to get, you know, tests. They got tested, and then they shared their results with one another. You know, all three they shared their results. But that the three that was just sleeping with each other, like the two women who was sharing one man, they did not have to do all that because they weren't going outside of those three, so they knew that those three people were safe, you know. And then the one that had like where it was women that went, it was like a man with two women who, and those women also had other partners. They all came together and um shared their results. But he right. Condoms. Everybody don't have to sleep without protection. It's some people that never do. Bitch, if you have multiple partners, you probably should never have intercourse with people outside of wearing protection. In my opinion.
I agree.
I'm just saying, it's just a different perspective to look at things. I think a lot of times, like, we look at other people's lifestyles and we judge them and we be like, and I know that it's a lot of people, a lot of women saying, no, 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 no. And I get it, right? Because it do take a certain type of, what I will say is it takes a certain type of person. You cannot be jealous. You cannot be manipulative. You have to be honest and open. And jealousy is a real feeling, and it's normal and it's natural. And I think that a lot of people don't know how to deal with those feelings just on a natural basis. Like, and when they do, they remove themselves or they get rid of the person. If married, these people are not married. But if you're married, you should only be with it. If you're talking about the lady, our last caller, Bocat. If you're talking about the last caller who had one man who had 4 wives, those 4 wives is just with him. Where would the STD come from?
One more clip you want to show or no?
I do have another clip I want to show. You can show the other clip. I know that was last minute. But
Sorry, that's okay.
You know that 1 in 5 adults has been engaged in an ethically non-monogamous relationship, and that among adults in their 30s and 40s, ethical non-monogamy is the most commonly reported sexual fantasy. Ethical non-monogamy refers to a type of relationship that involves more than 2 partners and is based on honesty and transparency. It requires mutual consent and excellent communication. On the one hand, E&M speaks to the fact that as a species, we may not have evolved to be with one person our entire lives, because evidence points to the fact that until about 10,000 years ago, people lived in hunter-gatherer tribes where you had more than one partner. The idea that 2 members of a tribe would be locked in matrimony for the rest of their lives simply didn't exist. Back to the present though, E&M really asks the question of, is it realistic to expect one person to be able to fulfill all of your sexual and emotional needs throughout your entire life? Can one person really be your everything? For some people, perhaps yes, but for a lot of people, ethical non-monogamy offers a way to connect with multiple people in exciting and new ways. In order to be truly ethical though, E&M requires that you have some very clearly defined ground rules. Both people, not just one, have to be fully on board. Clear decisions have to be made about things like, does your partner get veto rights? Are you going to tell each other about every other sexual partner that you have? Who, if anyone, is off limits? And how much time are you going to spend with each other versus with your other partners? So if you think E&M might be right for you, that's great, but proceed with caution. Educate yourself about it and communicate with your current partner if you have one. And make sure you tell new potential partners that you're ethically non-monogamous right from the start to give them the choice of whether that's something that would work for them. Carefully listen to your partner's concerns and questions and make sure that you respect their boundaries. Otherwise, what you're doing isn't really ethical non-monogamy. It's just selfish behavior that can destroy your relationships as well as your own well-being.
Question. Do you
Yes.
think that culturally that it's a culture thing? Because like between like do you think that this is a lifestyle that is hard for African American people to live or just black people to live in opposed to other races?
I would think so because I think one of the biggest things is the part of jealousy. I think that was probably more than anything. Would be the jealous one getting or someone getting more time than the other one. This one may get a certain day that she wants. The other thing is like then what happens is if kids get involved, if for some reason one of the persons that you're dealing with gets pregnant or have kids. One of the things I think we didn't talk about during this discussion, if your kids were involved, let's say one of the persons that you're dealing with that you like has a kid, what role does that child play in that relationship? I don't think we touched on that. So
Which one with the
either
one
one.
male?
Well, yeah, absolutely. The one male and the 2 ladies with the 2
If they
women.
both have kids?
Oh, let's say one.
If one has kids with the male?
Or
Does he have a relationship with the other one? Does the kids have a relationship with the other woman?
yeah, yeah. How does that work?
I mean, they're not in the same household. The kids don't even have to know.
Oh,
Like, if he go, daddy's gonna be gone this weekend. He'll be back. I mean, they don't even have to know. If it depends on how you set up your partnership. Yeah. Everyone's biological chemistry is not compatible. I do agree with that. And I do. I think I agree with you, Brooks, on that. The average man or woman cannot deal with the truth of it. It's like just the thought of it. Those friendships and emotional connections are the same as emotional non-monogamous relationships. I have to agree. The difference is both sides can't be truthful. I agree. I cannot argue that. I agree with that too. I do. I think that it is something that you have to like of course this is a conversation, but I just think that it depends on you as a person and what your preference is. I feel like anything that you're willing to work and come together and agree upon can be established and can work. with no issues and no problems. It's only when you guys cannot have an open and honest relationship. And I think that when it comes to jealousy, people feel jealousy in monogamous relationships. They do. They feel jealous over the relationship, men and women. Women feel jealous over the relationship he has with his children, uh, the relationship that the mom has with her children. She don't pay me no attention no more now that we done had kids. Women feel jealous over the relationship that a male may have with his mother or his family, his sisters, or whatever. It is culturally taboo for Americans. And I think that's the part that I wanted people to think about it in a different aspect. And why I decided to do this show is because I feel like it's so true. Like, we just have a hard time thinking outside of the box that we've all been, put into, and really do the self work of why are you jealous? Like, why do you have it? Like, I naturally, as a person, I do not feel jealous of people. Like, have I felt jealousy? Absolutely. But it's not natural for me to feel jealous. It's not. I'm happy for everybody. Like, I want everybody to be kumbaya. I'm not naturally jealous over a friend, like even with my homegirls and my friends when we were kids, like, you have like best friends and stuff like that. I never was jealous. Like, if me and one person were closer than me and another person, or that person had a different relate. Like, I never was jealous of my friends. I wasn't jealous of people it's just not a natural thing for me, right? And I don't compete with people because I'm happy in my own lane. I don't need to compete with anybody. But some people, they're jealous of people if they have a best friend and that best friend get a promotion on her job and start making more money, or get married, or have a new spouse that she loves, or her relationship is great. She's naturally jealous. Yes, jealousy exists in all relationships, regardless of how you look at it. You absolutely right. Monogamous or non-monogamous, jealousy is I think is the biggest issue that we deal with when it comes to interpersonal relationships, whether they're friendships or romantic relationships. It's something that we deal with. And it's something that, like, you have to really examine yourself and be like, why am I jealous? Like, what is it about me? What is making me jealous of this person or this individual? What is it that I'm jealous of? And why do I have those feelings? Like, because a lot of times what I found when I talk to women who've been cheated on by their partner, what I find is that the woman was never upset about the act of him actually having intercourse with another woman. That was not what made her jealous. What made her jealous was either his emotional attention that he gave to that other woman, that she felt like she didn't get, the emotional support that he may have given to that other woman, or it was because she felt like he liked her more. It was or the deception of it all. That is a real big thing. Like, I wasn't him sleeping with another woman, I could get past. It was the deception, the lies that he told, the things that he did to hurt me or manipulate me. Those are the things that hurt the most. In most cases, like in the video, the relationship actually starts ethically non-monogamous. Then this is like most, once the attachment happens, then the relationship changes. You're right. Can't argue with that either. Jealousy is one of the most powerful emotions amongst us besides pride. I agree, and I think that, let me ask you this. Who is more jealous in the chat? Do you think men are more jealous or women are more jealous? God even showed jealousy in the Bible.
So which one is more?
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of jealousy is just insecurities.
I would say men.
Totally agree with that. That jealousy is insecurities. I totally agree.
I think it's more. I think men would probably
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think men are more jealous than women. I absolutely agree
Probably
with that.
because they probably cheating too, though. So they like,
Who cheating? Men.
yeah.
So that's why they jealous. I think men are just.
Oh,
I think it's
equal?
ego. You think it's equal?
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Interesting. What do you think, Bocat? What Bocat got to say?
Jealousy.
Speak on it. What do you think, Bocat? Men or women are more jealous?
Yeah. Who's more jealous? I
What do
definitely
you think?
think.
What do you think, producer? Oh, she
You
says
think
woman.
women are more jealous?
Oh,
I
wow.
think men.
I think men.
And you know why I say I think men? I'm not. Yeah, me neither.
Mm.
I think that women are more vocal and act out emotionally more, so it's more noticed. But I think that men are more jealous because men won't even entertain the idea. Do you understand? Like just the thought of his woman having a guy friend, and she could be at work, and I have literally experienced this. I've been on the phone with a guy and we're having a conversation. I'm like, oh, da, 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 da. And then when a male counterpart, like coworker, come up, I'm in my office, I'm on the phone. A male counterpart come up and be like, oh, Shell, da, 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 da. And I'm like, who is that in the background? Who is that? What did he say to you? What happened? You know, and it's a natural thing. Tell that nigga go ahead on. Men are jealous when the woman is emotionally connected to the other. Men are jealous when the woman is emotionally connected to other men or another man. I can see that.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, I agree, Bocat. Women just show it more, but men have it. They'll be like, men, what I will say is if they feel jealousy, they just cut out because they can't handle it. They be like, I'm done. I'm out. Can't
like,
do it.
"Why did you
Relationship
kill
over.
me?"
I can't do it. Or he check out. He done with
He
the
check out
relationship.
quick.
I'm cool. I can't do it no more. Or he's just like, it's a wrap. Relationship done.
It's over.
It's over. She out of here.
Kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
With no shoes on. Oh.
Yes, I can't handle it. So, I was trying to change this.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm messing up? There we go. Mhm. I think so. Yep.
Oh, you got a little shade there.
Yeah, there we go. Mhm. All right, Hardy.
Yes.
She put it in a. This is so funny. This is so hood. I ain't even. I can't.
Do you want a hat?
No, I don't want a hat. I want you to get that box right there because I can. I will not.
All you have to do is pick one out.
I know, but I won't even put this on camera.
You might as well
Y'all
put it on
see what she did? It's the box right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there.
This?
Yeah,
Yeah.
take it out. What's in it? Just take take it out. Whatever's in it. So, what's this? What's the peace sign? What's the peace sign?
I don't know.
You're gonna pick, Hardy.
I'm gonna pick.
Yeah,
I get
you're
to
gonna
pick.
pick.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hardy's gonna pick.
I'm
So
gonna
okay. She don't want to do that neither. She's gonna do something different.
Oh.
She's gonna put it in a bag. Yes, great idea. Great idea. Yeah, so the producer is getting that together for us. And
Shake it up.
So show the box.
Here's the
It
box.
says, I freaking love you. So today, for my co-host, and y'all don't mind me talking about that? So because I like giving gifts. It makes me feel happy.
Can I show him what I got?
You ain't gotta show them what you got, no.
The bag is
But
so
no, don't show them what you got. But
Okay.
for my producer and my
Co-host.
co-host today,
That would be me.
I bought them Valentine's Day gifts. Yes, I bought them gifts because I want them to know that I appreciate them. This show is my vision, right? It's something that I'm like, this is my baby,
Your
right?
baby.
My kid. And it's something that I love to do. And they have come in and they are like my backbone, my producer and my co-host. They are my partners. Like when I say they ride for me, they ride for me. And so I wanted to show them that they are loved and appreciated.
I appreciate you too.
And thank you. And I just wanted them to know that they are important to me. You are important. You are special. And I just appreciate y'all. And because I love Juicy Talk and all of our Juicy Talk community, I love y'all so much. I wanted to do something nice. And I told y'all I was going to pick a name for Valentine's Day. So, for everybody that booked the cruise early, that means they pay their deposit before January 31st. I told them that I had a special gift basket for them. And I do. And I told them that I would pick on our before Valentine's Day show. So that's what we about to do. Pick, Hardy, pick.
Okay, I got it. Let's see. Here we go.
And the winner is, like the Grammys. Look at the camera, look at the camera. And the winner of the Juicy Talk. Oh! It is Jessie. Oh, it's Jessie. Jessie has won the Juicy Talk basket.
Yeah.
So I know how to contact Jessie because I have everybody email and phone number who booked. So I will be reaching out. If you know who Jessie is, so I don't know if like in the beginning of the podcast, when I first started, Jessie was like one of my first supporters. When I first started taking calls, and he was one of the first people he used to call in all the time, and they changed his hours at work, so he can't watch the show as much. So he always goes back and watches it after. He doesn't get to watch it live anymore, but he always go back and watch it. So Jessie, you have a gift basket coming from Juicy. Yes, congratulations. Congratulations. So Jessie is the winner. So great show. What is the takeaways? What's your takeaway?
I don't know if I could do that though. I don't think that's for me.
Yeah. So in the chat, I said in the beginning, right? And all y'all, I wanted you to listen to the whole show, think about it wholeheartedly, and I want you guys to put in the chat M for monogamous or NM for non-monogamous. If you would try it and you think it's something that you could do, not that you would, but is it something that you could do? NM, if it's non-monogamous, you could try it. Put an M if you are strictly monogamous in the chat. I'm just curious. Doing a poll. Want to see what y'all think.
What you said?
Me?
Oh.
Okay. Oh, we got some more comments that she want to put too. I know. Where's Santiago been at? I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. February 28th is the last day for the $100 deposit. It's the last day to book. Like you have to book by February 28th. Jealousy in men is really ego. I mean, jealousy, period, to me is ego. They naturally view women as their possession. Jealousy in women is triggered. Okay, I can see that. It's triggered by emotional insecurity, the competitive nature of wanting to be that one.
No.
I don't know.
No, like that.
I don't know. I mean, I think you definitely have a point. Go back. I think you definitely have a point. Because I do think that it comes from a lot of times it comes from emotional insecurity. And that emotional insecurity comes from, but sometimes, and that emotional insecurity comes from the fact that that woman may feel like she is not given what she needs. But I do feel like if a woman, which is rare, where she can find a man that gives her everything that she needs and she doesn't feel like she's lacking and he have another partner, she can deal with it. Because like I said, as I interview women all the time, the one thing they say is I could have dealt with him sleeping with another woman. That wasn't the problem. I couldn't deal with him. It was the lies and the deceit. Tell me the truth. Let me make a decision for myself what I
Absolutely.
want to do.
Right.
And I hear a lot of women say that too. So, but I always hear men say definitively, no.
Not for me, buddy.
Monogamous, yes. M. Happy
Valentine's
Valentine's Day. M. We know, Frida.
Yeah. Nobody knows him.
M. Okay. That's good. So I'm glad that the men like M for them. There's some more, y'all. Congratulations, Jesse. Again, if you are watching, let Jesse know he won. Hey. Jesse. Yes. What else? So, my takeaway from the show is, like I always say every time, and I'm going to keep saying it, is find your tribe.
I knew that was it. I wanted to say that, but I ain't spoil it. I knew to say that.
Find your tribe. I think that no one thing is for one person, and everybody has to do what works for them.
Right.
Like I was sharing with, I ain't gonna share that. But I know that sometimes everything doesn't work for people. Like me personally, I think that I could be non-monogamous. Like I could attempt to try it. I think that I could.
What about
honestly.
you, producer? She said no.
Like, I think that I could, but it would have to take a partner that was so different. Like he would have to be able to fulfill. It could feel either woman could feel lack in any area. And I just think that's impossible.
What about you, Ted Carter? If you're still on,
I just feel like it's not possible. I feel a couple different ways. First of all, I feel like it is unrealistic to feel like one person can meet all your needs. And I feel like we are non-monogamous. I do. I feel like everybody practices non-monogamy, but they just do it differently. So, like for me, for instance, I don't have the need to have more than one sex partner, right? That's something that I would need. I only need to have one sex partner, right? But I have other relationships. I have male friendships that are important to me. And I know that if I was in a relationship, I feel like certain men that I could be in a relationship with, the type of male that I like naturally, would not respect me having male friends. And so, and to some aspect, I feel like my male friendships sometimes could feel like a relationship. It is a relationship. It's just not sexual.
So, would you tell your guy that you're dating, you have male friends?
I have a lot of male friends, and they're always going to be my friends. But those male friends are not sexual relationships. They're platonic friendships. and I just get along with men. Like I get along with males, and I have male friendships, and I know that I have been in but when I have been in relationships, I was not able to be friends with my male friends. It was like they went on the back burner. Like, y'all know I'm in a relationship now. He don't like the fact, so I fell off. You know? So, I mean, is that a form? And y'all let me know what y'all think. Is that a form of it's a flat out no unless he is rich. See what I'm saying? Now, why is that the deal breaker? Because I kind of feel where you coming from. You know? But why is it money becomes the defining factor? Because money makes women feel safe?
Wow.
I don't know if money makes me feel safe, but it doesn't.
Don't hurt.
It does help. It definitely helps. It definitely helps. If the male has money, it definitely helps. Because then it's like your knees are, it's like, I'm upset today. I'm feeling jealous. I'll go to Tiffany's. I'll take myself to the spa and get my stress out. I do think they make a difference. I don't know. It sounds so superficial. Huh? Yeah, you can. Yeah, vacations.
Cruises.
Cruises, yeah. It might. You might have a point there. He got to be rich, rich. Well, it's funny that you say that because on the show, the clip that I showed earlier, the man was rich, rich. He was like, and so my question, that's a good question. And I want to ask this. If a man came to you and he said, hey, I live a non-monogamous lifestyle and I want you to feel safe in this situation that I'm going to put you in. So because you're entering into this relationship, I'm gonna deposit $30,000 into your bank account. And because you are trusting me that I'm going to lead you properly in this situationship. Because I don't think this is a lifestyle for a man that don't have no money.
Right?
This is strictly a lifestyle for a man that got money. Is that safe to say? Is that safe to say?
I mean, that's what men do now.
Because I feel like men cheat who broke, but the ones with money tell the truth.
But I mean, that's what they do
And
now,
want you to know they doing it.
That's what men do.
But two
Right,
separate households. You
right.
got to be financially stable to take
Right.
care of two households.
That's what
That
they do
makes
now
sense.
anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sugar daddy.
Is it sugar daddy stuff? Is it? It's not. It's like he is okay. If you got 4 wives, you got to be able to take care of those 4 wives. I'm just saying. If you got multiple kids, that's a lot of money. It is. I mean, you got to have money. We do. Money is providership. Okay. I agree. I agree. I mean, it is, but I feel like I'm gonna just say this too. A guy can have a lot of money too, but if he treats you like you're a possession and you're nothing but a bought, paid servant to him, so you got to do everything that he wants you to do. Because I've dated men with money, and that's a whole nother. We could do a whole nother show on that. Like I've dated men who were very financially well off, and I would just say that those type of men, they come with their own problems too. Yeah, you are a possession, and they treat you like you are a possession. They do. They treat you like you're a possession. They own you, and they want you to do what they want. No talk back. They don't want to hear your mouth. Nothing.
Did you like that movie called Lady in Red?
But you just looking at yourself.
Huh? What that?
No, I'm saying you was looking at yourself in the.
Oh, my hair.
I'm just messing with you. Now, what was you saying? The lady in red.
Yeah, but that was about a prostitute, right? That's not to say, right?
about that. I don't think I ever seen that. You know how many dusty dudes that have multiple baby moms? Some dudes be broke and out of jobs. I agree, but they lying.
Oh,
They don't know. That woman thinks that that man is loyal to her. She don't know he's sleeping with everybody.
they
She don't have a clue.
As long as he take care of his kids, he can sleep wherever he want to.
Nah, they ain't signing up for that. They ain't.
Hey, Bouquet, can you call in right quick?
Why Bocat calling in?
Uh,
Call in, Bocat.
Bouquet, she be on point sometimes.
No, I mean I definitely
She
agree
be
with
on.
what
She
she
be on.
said
Yeah. She's always got something like
about
something to think about.
provisionship. Like if a
Yeah.
man is rich, go ahead, call in because I do want to hear your perspective. I want to know. I want you to talk to the audience about why is it okay or why would some women sign up for it if you have money? Women feel safe. But I mean, on the flip mode of that, I mean, if a man doesn't, it has to be respect there because if he doesn't respect you, it don't matter. It don't. She might be driving in her
Oh,
car.
she might be driving.
Bocat be driving sometimes watching y'all. That's how loyal she is. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that sometimes it's just I don't know. It be different. You gotta.
What you doing?
I've you can somebody can have money, but you'll still walk away from 'em. Nobody wants to be a possession. You gotta it has to be the whole package. He has to treat me like a queen, not a whore.
Ooh, see,
Flat
see what I'm
out.
saying? She always gets.
Flat out. No, but it's the truth though.
I agree with her. But she
I
always comes-
completely agree with you. And that's why it takes a special type of person. It do. It takes a special type of person that can deal with and be in that type of relationship. I know, right? We do. That's how we got to get them followers up. You got to have a certain amount of, you got to have 500 followers. We're at like 300.
Oh my goodness, we gotta get it up.
Yeah, we got to get it up. So y'all got to send out, y'all got to, if y'all want us to have a super chat button, that's cool. And we
Oh.
want it too. But what
never
we
did
have to
that.
have 500. Yeah, we have to have 500 followers in order. And
what's
we're
a
at
chat?
300. That's why I always be telling y'all to go follow and share and have them subscribe too.
What's a chat?
A super chat. That means that they'll put their super chat up here on YouTube and it'll stay up.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yep.
interesting.
It
Learn
is.
something new today.
Mhm. Yeah. But for right now, you can always cash app. All right. I think this is Bocat.
Yep, that's
Hello.
What's up,
Welcome to
Bocat?
Juicy Talk, Bocat.
Hey, I joined a little late, but I'm
That's
like, oh my
okay.
goodness.
Oh,
Good
it was.
stuff.
Oh, it's been a conversation. They mad at me in the
Good
chat.
stuff.
They falling out. They like forget her. I didn't talk. I mean, this was a I hope I ain't lose no followers tonight.
So
This is
Right. You know
controversial.
what? It's okay. I like how you guys are open and expanding and open to different, perspectives and different topics. I mean, that's how we grow, just learning from one another and knowing what's out there. It's cool.
But real quick.
So talk about it. You said that you would only practice it if he was rich.
Yeah,
Rich,
he gotta have some money. He gotta have some money for that. Because I think that this is what I feel. I feel, first of all, it can't be like a whore type of situation. So that's a whole different story. So there are men, like you said, that treat women as possession, and there are women that don't mind being treated like that too. Right? So there's no emotional real connection there, but they just want the things. They want to kind of be that trophy. So I'm not talking about that. But for me, if I'm in the type of if I'm signing up for a situation like that, I would still have the same requirements in terms of, do we vibe together? Do we have a good chemistry together? Do I even like you like that? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So even if you just have money, but I ain't really like with you, I can't see being in a situation like that. But if we're together and he has like a lot of money, and this is what he likes to do. I just feel like I can be compensated, like you said, like, okay, you do your thing, right? But this is the arrangement we have, and I'm taken care of in the way that you take care of me. So that's the only way I could do it, because I feel like women, we give, I'm not saying men don't, so men don't holler at me when I say this, but women, we are so emotionally wired that we're going, when we with a man like that we really love, we're going to give so much of ourselves.
Yes, we
So
do.
To that person.
Yes, we
And I
do.
just feel like
Men
that's how
do
you
that
need to
too,
compensate
okay.
me. If I got to deal with that, that's how I'm going to be compensated.
I agree with. Listen, so you didn't see earlier, but I played a clip from the show Harlem, right? And it was a guy, and he was with the girl, and she was like, he was taking her on extravagant trips. They was in the Essence magazine together. He had this nice condo that he rented out that was like $8 million condo that overlooked the city. Like he was buying her expensive gifts and all kind of stuff, and they was having this amazing life, like, relationship for like 5-6 months, and he had another partnership.
Wow.
So this is how this conversation came about. But I will say, and he told her, he said, listen, she was like, I want you to be committed to me. He was like, I'm very much committed. I'm so committed that I'll buy this $8 million condo and put it in your name right now. So if you ever decide you wanted to walk away, you sell it, you got the money. And so I posed the question: if you had a male who wanted to live this non-monogamous lifestyle, and he told you that he wanted you to be his partner, and he said, in order for you to feel comfortable, I'm going to deposit $30,000 in your account, and this is your credit card with a $5,000 limit that I'm gonna pay every month. And all I require for you is like, so when I'm gone, you don't have to worry about your needs being met. You can take care of this and I'll pay it off every month.
It's so tough to say, because like right now, like I'm coming from experience. If I wouldn't say this if I was like 30 years ago, right? I couldn't even fathom the idea of having that come out of my mouth. But after experience, right? It's like you can't control anybody anyway. So whether they tell you or not tell you, right? It's really about the commitment, and you're trusting that person that they have a commitment to you, right? So the difference is the rich man that I'm saying, right, that says, hey, this is what I want, right? He's giving you a choice. He's giving you an opportunity, right, to say, I don't like this, but you know what I'm saying? But whereas the person that do what he's going to do anyway, like you're saying, the deception, the deceit, the hurt and the pain is wrapped around not just the sex and stepping out. It's like, well, dang, you literally stabbed me in the back here.
Yeah, it's the it's the deceit, that the lies that you had to tell, and the deceit and the manipulative way in which you did it. You didn't respect me enough to come to me and be honest with me about what your lifestyle was. You left me in the dark. You let me be more emotionally invested, because maybe I could have checked some of my feelings back and say, hey, this is what it is. I have to check my feelings and my emotions at the door. I got to get a grip of how I feel. But you didn't give me the opportunity to do that. You made this decision for me.
And too, the other thing, that's a good point. The other thing is this too. Now, this is only from experience. I'm not talking about everybody's experience, but one of the things that I've recognized as well is that I don't think men are openly honest about what they are actually paying for in the first place. Like, even you might say, I ain't paying for no woman. Oh, you are paying. Even with somebody on the side. Oh, you making some deposit.
Oh, I do.
Right?
I know
you
that.
making some payments.
I know.
So it may not. So when I say this out loud, and I say this out loud, like I am a gold digger. I'm not digging for your gold. I'm digging for my own stuff, right? And so what I'm saying is I'm not trying to get your money and use you and abuse you. But if I have worked my butt off to get where I am, right, then when you come to the table, I just feel like, hey, where your gold at, right? So that's what I mean by gold digger for me.
No, I feel
But
you.
I'm just saying, like, these dudes are paying, but they not being honest about their paying. You are paying,
I
right?
know
Whether
I pay.
it's
I know
Where
I
you gonna
pay.
pay in some aspect
dating,
anyway, right?
Dinner, something.
you definitely paying. So if I say out loud and say, you know, hey,
I want to be
I'm
taken
not paying
care
no
of,
mortgage,
right?
or I'm not paying this. Like, what's wrong with me saying that? If I could pay my own mortgage, and I say if I'm with my husband, I'm not talking about boyfriend. I'm saying a committed man, like your man, right?
Man.
Husband, or just a
Partner,
committed
life
person,
partner, right?
right? Life partner, right?
Cohabitating.
This is not a conversation of debate here. Like, you are a provider. Period. I'm the nurturer. You are a provider. I'm not about to switch roles in that type of situation. So that's just how I feel. I'm going to be hated for saying that, but that's just what it is. And you will attract people that appreciate you like that. You will attract men. Like, when you're upfront, you will attract that type of man that don't mind being a provider to you.
You're absolutely right. If you are a woman who's saying, hey, I like to be taken care of. And actually, I find if you're a nurturing woman by nature, typically you attract those type of men naturally. Like they are attracted to that because, and they know, like, oh, and they already have an understanding. Like, the more I take care of her, feel safe.
I don't like gold diggers.
I make her feel safe. I make her feel, then guess what? She's gonna make sure that I'm gonna, the more I make her feel taken care of and safe, the more available she is gonna be to me, the more that she's gonna give to me. I agree with you on that. I see nothing wrong in nothing that you said.
Never had to ask a man for anything. I've never had, like,
Never had to.
Online, talk about pay my bills and pay my. I've never had to say those words.
Never,
so
not
to your
once.
point, like, if you are a natural nurturer, a man's natural reaction is gonna want to protect you and provide for you. So
men take care of what they love.
I gotta say. So he got to be rich if he's talking about some other folks.
I was gonna say men take care of who they love.
Absolutely.
No questions asked.
No questions asked.
They just do it.
They do it. It comes natural. You don't have to ask.
Right.
You don't have to say anything. He's
just
naturally gonna feel responsible for you.
And it's not even about how much money he makes either. That's the
It's
other
not.
thing too. A man that is a natural provider, he's gonna make whatever he does right for you as he's gonna make it happen. And that nurturer who respects that, right, she's gonna make whatever it is that he does, make it like it's gonna be real. Like, oh, thank you for doing this. It's not gonna be like, girl, what is this? Like, it's not gonna have that. I never had that attitude.
Absolutely.
I can only talk about me. Yep. So
Absolutely. I want
to be rich if he's talking about bringing somebody else to the table.
But, and you said, and I think that is interesting. I thank you for being transparent because I was on the show today and I said at the beginning that I wanted people to be open and honest just in the conversation of thinking about it. But I think it's a whole lot more people that put in that position, in that circumstance, would sign up for it. Because it's women who are signing up for the man who is just working a regular job to help pay the bills, that is, providing for his family, and maybe he's not a millionaire, but maybe he's just financially stable and he's paying all the bills at the house, and he cheat on you, but you still with him. You still stand with that man. He got a mistress. He got another woman on the side. You know about her. She know about you, but you're still in that relationship, and y'all both have been in that relationship for years, and y'all both know. His mother know, your mama know. You done met all his family, all his friends. Everybody know, but you are pretending like nobody knows, and that happens all the time. And we just need to stop acting like it's like something that is not happening. This is a lifestyle that people are living, and they're living it for free.
Yeah.
They're
I
living
don't
it for
think I'm
free.
naturally built up for it. I'm not naturally built up for that type of lifestyle.
No.
But it seemed like it would be like if you look at Elon Musk, right? He got this compound and he got all his baby mamas, most of them anyway.
I
But
just
they
found
all
that
have
out
their
today.
own
What's
house.
that?
I just
Yeah, they
found
don't have
that
their
out.
own house. Yeah, so it has to be separate. Like I can't do
So-
the tribal thing. You know what I mean? Like
So
some
Elon
cultures
Musk
do.
got
I
he's got a
can't do that
compound.
tribal thing.
Elon Musk got a compound.
He's
What
not
is that?
married.
Well, I say the
He has
compound 'cause
several
he has
wives with
he has a lot of land. He has different
women.
houses or whatever parts of the houses for his baby mothers.
He got
I think
multiple
3 or 4
children.
of them.
Oh wow. He sounds
So
like
they
a
don't
black
never
guy.
have to see each other if they don't want to. That's how big it is.
But
he
that's how
just
much
kinda
money
wanted
he got
access to
too,
all of his
right?
kids. Mhm. Yeah, he wanted access to all of his children, most of his children. So that's kind of what they agreed to do. But again, like they have their separate lives, right? They're not in a relationship with him. I'm not sure if they, slide over there sometimes. So I'm just saying, like they're not
I'm sure they
in
know
like
each
he
other.
doesn't have a
Though.
girlfriend.
I'm sure they know that. I'm sure they
The
have.
kids know each other, so he got to know. They got to know each other.
Yeah, for real.
But they
I
not. But
can't
he.
see
But he do. I
really
just found
being-
that out today about him, though. I didn't know
Yeah.
he was living that life. But he, for people who don't know, he has several baby mothers
12, I
because he's
think.
not married to
Mhm.
any of them, and they all live in a community together on some land. They all have their houses, and he just had multiple kids with these women.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's really weird too because he does believe in, I forget what the proper name is, but like pronatal, but basically produce bright kids. So they do a lot of genetic kind of selection and all that stuff to have these kids. So it's really weird. But what I'm saying is, it's
What they
like
call it reprobate. What's that word?
What you say?
Reprobate. What's that?
What was the word again?
procreate. It's
Yeah,
something.
that's it.
It's
Procreate.
pronatal. It's like it means that to basically like produce a lot of children so that you can
Keep on your
preserve your race.
right.
So basically,
It's like PR something. I have to look it up, but they were just actually speaking on that, how that whole
trip.
incident of him having his baby X in the Oval Office, that's kind of like him showing, like getting people to basically get back familiar with having children and, whatever. But anyways.
yeah, he an
That's another
interesting
topic,
one,
but-
baby. He's scary. He's real scary, but that's a whole nother
He
topic.
is definitely scary. He's definitely
and rich. He's filthy rich.
very eccentric. He's very eccentric,
He has-
and because
He has 3 women and 12 kids.
Yes.
Wow.
yeah,
They
yeah,
come-
and he wants more too. So they do like read some more. Like he has like so much money, right? So they could do like genetic scanning to make sure like the best possible genetic combination. Basically, how MJ got his kids, but we're gonna say that for later. But I'm just saying, like they spend a lot of money looking at genes and stuff like that before they procreate.
So he's a new what is it? Rich people, Rockefellers. He's a new.
There's only one
Rockefellers.
thing he not factoring in with his genetic mutiny, his mutations. Only one thing, they're being raised, experience and what they're being influenced by and what they're seeing. Because I'm telling you, like, if you really, it's a lot of kids who live privileged lives that be the most jacked up. I'm just saying, it's something about getting it out the mud, what it produces in children when they have to really work hard and it's not given to them. It's something different that comes from that. Having to advocate for yourself, something that you learn from that.
Yeah, they get kind of sassy too.
The bratty, it be bratty. It's a lot to go along with that, but that's a whole nother show. But thank you, BoCat, for calling in. That was like really, really great. And I'm glad that you were transparent. I'm glad that it's somebody else. Like, because my thing was, I was like, listen, I know I'm not the only one who wouldn't sign up for this with a rich man. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm sure there's some women out here. They ain't saying nothing, but they would.
Yeah, but I'm just, and that's what I know.
What
Like
about
it's
you, producer?
it's just like
Well,
people
Would you
are.
rich?
definitely.
Would you, if he was rich producer, would you?
I would definitely have to go through
Oh,
some
okay.
counseling for sure. I would have to have my, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, sign me up tomorrow. I'm not saying that.
Oh yeah, I know.
It would definitely be a shift in thinking, and it will have boundaries too. I think
You
right?
have to have
But,
boundaries
So
and
do you
everything.
Do you
Yeah.
think as women get older, it's more
Mm.
acceptable?
Someone said they also desire a woman of color to dominate
Probably.
them.
Oh yeah. Flap flap. No, just like.
Look, pound, 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 pound. I wish I came on early. I could have shared more. Ooh, I would have loved to hear, honey.
Oh no, we are very exotic.
I'm
We
gonna
are
have to
goddesses.
interview you
Black
one
women
day.
are goddesses, honey.
We are.
She is. She is.
We
she is,
are. We are. And I'm just saying, like, man, the value of us. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
If they just would understand the value of us.
I mean, I see the value in black women. I do. I don't lie.
Thank you.
But the only thing I got a problem with this is it's kind of like the younger generation. I really have a problem with where they calling each other bees. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I just it's like
It's
just talking.
degrading.
Yeah. I don't like
It's you know what? We so funny as people because we have so many different terms. Like we take one thing I will say about black people. Oh, I know you ain't scared, baby. Say less.
Say
Honey, we
less.
will put you on the somebody
Miss
just
Wells.
said that Miss Wells said she would want us to interview her. I said I will. Say less. We're
Say
gonna
less,
put you
right.
on.
Miss Wells.
But yeah, I think
Sorry.
a lot of times, just as women, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
As women, what?
I lost my train of thought, Bocat. My bad.
We say different things. He said that we, the younger people call them bees, and you're like,
we
funny
take.
because.
Yes, thank you. We take words all the time and we change them into something different. Things that are meant to be derogatory, we take them and we make them positive.
Yeah.
And it's something that we do because, like, it's this meme out where it was these two women. It was like a TikTok or something. And they just called each other bees, like, back and forth, like, a whole bunch of times. It was like, bitch, 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 bitch. And it was like, and then it had on there like all of those things mean different meanings, and just like the word, nigga, like nigga, nigga, my nigga.
Right.
It's so many different meanings to it. Nigga. Like as a surprise. Nigga.
Right.
There's so many different ways that people see stuff. But we take it and we all make it, we rock with it and make it what it is. So
they do.
I mean, that's what we do.
What's
You
up,
give
Queen?
us that's what makes us so beautiful is that whatever you give us lemons, baby, we gonna make lemonade. You give us the droppings, we gonna make it a delicacy. You understand?
Yummy.
We gonna season them chitlins to death. They gave us the worst parts of the pig, and now they paying $100 a plate to eat chitlins. Do you understand what I'm saying? They want it. We cool, but they want it bad. Ooh, give me some of those pig intestines.
Not me.
I would do anything for some hog mog.
I'm
You
cool.
know what I'm saying? Whatever they tried to take it from us, and we made it something different.
Very creative. We are
creative
very gifted.
people. And we should not be jealous of nothing because guess what? Everybody trying to be like us.
I know, right?
It is. And I know why. It makes sense. I know why. Because
I'm living the life of a black man.
it's who we are. It's the style and the charisma that we naturally have.
That's right, Julius, as a black man.
Yes. I know why.
And juicy black woman.
Yes.
Baby. In
Got it.
all my essence. Okay. You
Oh.
feel it?
Oh my!
Right.
I can beat my chest.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Bocat.
Actually, I can beat my chest.
All right, thank you all.
All right,
Thank
love
Good
you.
night and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Thank you.
Valentine's Day,
tomorrow.
Bocat. Yes. Yes.
Yes, y'all enjoy.
Thank
too.
you. Bye bye.
All right, bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Great show.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for joining in with us. We had an amazing time. We appreciate you all. And I love y'all so much. Congratulations, Jesse. You are the winner. And also, don't forget the book. If you can and you want to come, please, 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 please,
And
please,
subscribe.
please, please come out and listen. Subscribe. Because we need that super chat in our lives. It take a lot to put on this. Like we put in a lot of hard work and hours.
Sometimes
This
we
is
start
like
right
a
after the
whole
show.
nother job. I mean, like we
start the show after this one.
right after this show, we start planning for the next show. Like for
Yeah.
real. We pick the topic, we start planning for it. Then we be having like conference calls
Conversations.
and talking, and we it's
We
a
thinking
lot
about
to go
this,
into
we
this.
thinking about that.
Yeah, we have to do research. We be doing a lot of work. You know, it is. And I just want y'all to know that we do not take it for granted. Like we truly, honestly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. Thank you for staying with us and tuning in. We appreciate you, even when we talk about stuff that y'all don't want to really talk about,
You know,
but
it's
we
so
gonna
crazy,
talk
right? People
about
leave
it.
and come back. You still-
Yeah.
I'm calling them out.
Oh,
okay.
great. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to reach out and hug each and every one of y'all on the cruise. And this is just gonna be the first of many because we're gonna be traveling. We're gonna be all over. We're gonna have Juicy Talk International.
Party?
I mean, you part of this.
Oh, okay.
Juicy Juice. You keep forgetting his name.
My bad.
Good googly moogly.
Nigga, please.
Nigga. Look, nigga.
Nigga.
Yeah.
yeah,
Woo.
okay.
Valerie's already bet. Yes,
Yep,
yes. It's so many people coming, y'all. Like, you do not want to miss out. You do not. It's so
And you
many
don't need
people.
a passport.
And you don't need a passport. Your birth certificate and your driver's license. That's it. Now, I need y'all to all get the federal ID, though, for real, because after May, you won't be if you don't have a passport. If you do not, no roommate, hopefully one before the 28th. Yes. Hardy is looking for a roommate too. He need a roommate.
I know.
He ain't got no choice. He got to come anyway, even if he got to pay $1,000. But he need a roommate, Frida.
Okay.
Bocat. He need one. Is Bocat coming? Bocat better come.
She said she might invite her family. She's waiting to see.
Yeah. This is going to be a fun. I do not want anybody to miss out. Like, I really don't. Yes, you have to have the real ID by 2005. No, 225. I think it's May. And I want people, it's the new ID, or you can't fly. You cannot fly. It'll be certain places you can't go in too.
Well, my license plate, license expired. Will I get it then?
You can, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I suggest everybody get their passport. It's a necessary thing. If you got your passport, then when you travel, you'll have to bring your passport.
Oh, yeah, I got mine.
Yeah. But if you got your passport, you cool. But in a minute, we're going to be walking around with our passports. Basically, that's how it's going to go. But I am going to get my real ID as well. But you will not be able to fly without it.
I think we're about to go into martial law.
Don't say that.
I know.
You know what we going to do, though? Let me tell you what black people going to do. Yeah. We going to be all right. We going to be all right. Yeah, I want everybody to get their passport because next year I'm trying to fly somewhere, y'all. Yes. I don't know yet. You come up with something.
You know what? I still want to go to what's that place? It's real nice. Start with the D, not Dubai.
Dominican Republic?
No. What's the other place? It's really, really nice.
Y'all know it?
It's really nice. It's
I only know Dubai with it.
Dubai. That's where.
Yeah, that's where you want to go. Yeah. Dubai. Oh, what happened in Cincinnati, Delta? We're gonna have a producer check it out.
Oh,
I do.
Hey,
I
Ted,
am.
hey, Ted, maybe, hey, me and Ted can room. How about me and
Ted, come on the
on,
cruise, Ted.
I
Y'all
think
room
Ted,
together.
I think Ted be in school. I think Ted's a school teacher down in Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
you should
school
come
teacher.
out, Ted. Yes. Well, you need to come on the Juicy Talk cruise. It's gonna be all your
Oh.
favorite people there, Frida.
Oh, Frida's always going. Okay, Frida.
Frida, it's not that expensive, Frida. You need to come on out. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you for being a part of Juicy Talk tonight. We out, y'all. Oh,
Oh,
it's August for put it back up. Put it back up. Put it back up.
yeah, me and Ted can roommate.
Yes. August. You can move this.
Oh.
August 14th, 2025 through August 17th, 2025. Definitely we will be there in the building. Okay. It's gonna be so nice. And the ship is beautiful, y'all. It's a
Yes.
brand new ship.
Brand new.
MSC is like a Spanish cruise line that has are making their way in the American market. And from what I've heard, the food is fantastic. I've heard that the cruise ship is beautiful and it's like really elegant. So I can't wait. I mean, I know a couple people who just came back from a cruise and they just said they love it. It was all very positive. They have a casino for people who like to gamble. They got a lot of stuff. So I think it should be really good.
They have their own island too.
Yeah, they have their own private island. So where we're going, we're going to be on our own private island. Mhm. Chastity, I expect to see you on the cruise. Yes. Oh, we got so much planned for y'all. Y'all don't even know. It's so much more planned. So we have it's so much more planned. Y'all don't even know. It's just February 28th, after everybody is booked and secured and we know y'all coming, we gonna create a Juicy Talk travel group text through Facebook. And we have like something really amazing. We have a lot of stuff planned for everybody, but it's going to be epic.
Hotel accommodations.
Yeah, we got hotel accommodations. We booked everything, but we got theme nights. We got different things that we're doing together while we're there. Like this is going to be a whole vibe. We're having a party while we're there, a meet and greet for the people who fly in early. Because please fly in a day early. Please. And right now, I want to announce to everybody, if you're listening and you've already booked, flights are really, really cheap. If you go to Google Flights, like I look at Frontier from here, from Cleveland to Orlando, on Frontier, it was like 190. So yeah, so definitely book. Get your flights now, y'all. Y'all know I'm bougie though.
Flying to Orlando. Yes.
Yes, but definitely flying to Orlando. Yes, y'all have like the flights are really, really cheap right now. And that's round trip if you're coming from Cleveland. I didn't really Google any other places, but I know a lot of people are coming from Cleveland. Flights right now during that time frame is 190 round trip, and that's dope. Yeah, yeah. So book your flights. You know they always going up, but last time I just checked yesterday, it was still 190.
So, and sometimes they say if you go down to the airport,
it's cheaper.
It's cheaper. Actually, to the airport.
It's a little. You can save about 30, sometimes 40.
Oh damn!
Mm-hmm. So it's worth it. So, with that being said, I love y'all.
Love y'all.
Congratulations, Jesse. And good night.
Good night, everybody. Be safe. See you next Thursday. Same time.